Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Moletrap coming at you here with Game 2 of a so far very exciting series between the winner of Really and Shine, which in fact is Shine, and Bisu, none other than Bisu. And I don't even know what to say. I don't know what to say here. Bisu dropping Game 1 to Shine, and if Shine pulls out an upset here, that will be just ridiculous. That will be a huge, huge surprise, especially this early on in the tournament against a relative up-and-comer. Not just a relative up-and-comer. I was going to say a relative no-name, but an up-and-coming player like Shine Cal. That would be amazing, but I'm not counting Bisu out yet. This is a best-of-3, and, you know, the reason they have best-of-3s is so that the better players have more of a chance of not just getting cheesed out of Star Leagues and that kind of thing. So, Bisu, not the kind of person to break under pressure. He's not going to let Game 1 get to him. He's just going to play his best and keep going here, and that'll be that. Anyway, but yeah, I'm really, really surprised at that first game. I was really startled that Bisu actually, and Bisu saying DFSDF, to which Shine responds GGO. So, anyway, I don't know why I found that funny, but, this is going to be another one of the new maps. This is the map El Nino, which again is, you know, it's the winter outsider map. I guess there's a storm theme in all the maps this season, because we've got Eye of the Storm, we've got Tornado, we've got El Nino, we've got Moonglaive, Match Point, I guess. I don't know, never mind. Okay, well, there's a slight storm theme in the new maps, because there's a few of them. Fighting Spirit is sort of stormy. I don't know, Moonglaive Spin, like Glaive Spin, so that's kind of stormy as well, sort of tornado-esque, right? Anyway, Shine is sending his Overlord the correct direction. He's going to get a very quick scout in on Bisu here. Bisu sending his probe out very early is also going the correct direction, so he's going to be able to get a quick scout in as well. Bisu, like I said, a very avid scouter, always makes sure to check out what the other guy's doing as quickly as possible, and uses that information very well. I mean, that's one of the reasons why he's such a champion, is because he uses his scouting information extremely well and responds perfectly to what the player is doing in order to optimize his own play. He's going to come in here and spot that overpool. Or was it a 12 pool? It might have been a 12 pool, I guess, because he's got a couple drones morphing, and that pool looks like it just went down. I wasn't paying attention, I'm sorry. I know I do that. I'm making more of an effort to pay attention early game, because sometimes I'm talking about the players and I forget to check the early build. But usually it's not that big of a deal what the early builds are, because they just respond to each other's builds in kind. And so yeah, Bisu probably, depending on what Zerglings he sees, if at all, is going to. Who's going to win? Probe or drone? Probe or drone? It looks like Probe wins. Drone sucks it. And Bisu must have gotten the first hit there on that probe, and now he's gonna plant on a pylon to block the hatchery again, which didn't seem to phase Shine last game. He was still just went ahead and did his thing. But let's see if he cancels the pylon again this time. But what he's forced Shine to run his drone out somewhere else. Actually, it looked like he was going to try and set up his drone at a third base, but instead he's just waited and gotten his drone at that natural expansion. He's gonna. Where's he sending that drone? I don't know this map very well. So okay, there is another expansion down here. Cool, good to know. I was like, where's that drone going? So he's going to set up his third base there. Bisu has got his cannons up because he knew that so it must have been an overpool. Otherwise, I think so. Yeah, I think it must have been an overpool, because otherwise Bisu probably would have gotten his Nexus first. I think he got his Nexus after his cannons there. Anyway, what we're probably going to see is Shine. You know, he's probably going to switch up and get some drones, because Bisu's probe is out of his base, so he's not going to know if there's more Zerglings coming. You know, that seems to be the kind of thing that he's been doing. Although, who knows? I mean, actually, in this kind of a situation, up 1-0, I wouldn't be surprised if Shine decides to try a Zergling run by. and just gets a mass Zerglings and you know, tries to stomp down on Bisu with a kind of a timing thing, get that third hatchery, and then you know, try and mass ling him. But we'll see. Bisu is sending his probe around the long way just to try and somehow get a scout in. Like I said, really likes that scout. He's going to try and he's actually he may have been actually looking for hidden expansions actually. So that might have been why he sent his probe down that way. He's going to get intercepted by those Zerglings, so he's not even going to be able to veer over and get a scout on the main base. But he's just going to go ahead and do his thing and hope everything plays out okay. Whoa, is that... Oh, okay, yeah. So that mineral spot has 100 minerals. They just pointed at that. So that I mentioned that in the first set between Really and Shine, how there's a mineral patch that is smaller. And so if you can mine that out, maybe you need to mine that out to open up the gap to get behind your mineral line. So 100 minerals is a substantial amount of minerals, but if you've been mining an expansion for a little while, it'll get rid of that minerals pretty quickly. Oh, actually, all of those mineral patches are low. That one has 2,000, another one had 1,700, one had like 600 or something like that. So those mineral patches actually mine out pretty quickly, so that's interesting. What I'm going to do, like I said, I'm going to do some map previews, and I'm actually going to try and go download the maps and go in and play some games and really mess around with them, really get a good feel for the quirks of the maps. But in the meantime, Bisu going for a pretty similar thing to what he did last time, going for the Stargate, the Citadel. Last time we saw him get a bunch of Corsairs, trying to move out with a Corsair Zealot and a single Archon army and do a timing push that way. It didn't quite work out for him. And man, I'm still reeling from the fact that he gave up that game. I thought he was going to be able to push back that attack, having killed off so many drones, having killed off an entire expansion. I thought he was going to be able to push that back and take the game. I mean, why couldn't he just sacrifice his natural and go 2 base? Maybe he had mined out of his main base, and so he wasn't going to be able to keep mining from his main base or something. I don't know exactly what happened there. Anyway, new game, new day, new map. There's that Corsair is going to be able to fly around and see exactly what's going on. He didn't go Massling, obviously. He's going for, again, pretty much the Neo Sauron build. Spire going up at that 3rd expansion, so that's actually going to throw Bisu off a little bit. If he doesn't know that expansion is there, I'm sure he knows the mineral location is there. He's going to check there with his Corsair. But in the meantime, he does not see the Spire in the natural or the main, and so he might be wondering what's going on here. Although he must assume that there's some kind of tech at the other one, at the other base. But he's not going to know if it's Spire tech or if it's you know, a Mutalisk tech. There's the Spire. That is going to be able to morph some Scourge, but it looks like he's going to lose another Overlord before he's able to deal with that Corsair. Yeah, so 2 Overlords are going to go down there. Shine is mostly on top of it. He's at 33 out of 27